Alright, we're going to start not by evaluating prefix expressions or converting prefix to infix. We're actually going to start with evaluating postfix expressions, meaning we're going to go from postfix back to infix. And you'll see why there's a reason for this. Alright, so let's take some notes. So when we're doing postfix expressions, let's say we have A plus B divided by C minus D. Let's say that's our problem. Well, we already know how to convert that into postfix. So let's go ahead and do that. First operand, second operand, operator. Alright, so that's our answer in postfix. Now, how do I convert this back into infix? Well, here's how. We have to use what we call a stack. And a stack is a data structure commonly used in programming, and we'll find out why it's called a stack. So first things first is you start from the left, which is the A, and you read each input one at a time. So the first one is the letter A. And we're going to think about this as a stack of trays. So on the first stack of trays, so let's create a table. Doesn't have to be a table really. But here's our first tray. Alright. Think of a cafeteria lunch tray. On our first tray, we have A. Okay? That's the first tray we place down on a table. Then I go to the next input, B. So the next tray, I place it right on top of the first tray, B. Now I'm reading the input and I notice it's a plus. This is the next thing that's read. So you can think of it like, okay, I have a plus now. I put this plus tray on top of the other trays. So right now I have A on the bottom, the B tray above it, and the plus tray on top of all of them. Now, as soon as you see an operator, you're going to pop that off the top. Alright, so commonly for stacks, we call push and pop. And let's think about it. If we're going to pop off or take off a tray, which tray do we take off first? The plus, the B, or the A? Well, if you've ever moved trays around and you want to take a tray off, you would have to go and take the top tray off first, the plus tray. You have to do that before you can take the B tray off and before you can take the A tray off the table. Alright, so again, we put the A tray on first, and the B tray on top, and then a plus tray. And then to take them off, we have to take the plus tray off first. Then we can take the B tray off. Then we can take the A tray off. And this is what is known as first in, last out. Because the A tray was the first thing put in the stack, but it is the last one that is taken out of the stack. Last out. Alright. Let's go ahead and change color. So when I pop that off, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take off that top tray right there, the plus tray. Okay, so now I have plus right here. Okay, now I'm going to pop off the next element, B. So first things first. So first things first, I'm going to pop off the plus, and I'm going to write it right here. Next, I'm going to pop off the B element. Okay. And now the thing is, the first thing you pop off is the second operand. Okay. So we pop off the operator, and then we get to the Alright, now as soon as we see a plus sign on our stack or any other operator, we're going to pop that operator off. So we're going to erase it. I'm popping it off. It's now right here. And then we're going to pop the two below it off as well. So the first one we have to pop off is B. And remember, the first one you pop off is always the second operand. Okay? And then we pop off the A. The second one you pop off is the first operand. So now we have A plus B. And then we push that back onto the stack. So now there's our A plus B tray at the very bottom. Alright, let's keep looking through this input. Next, I read in a C. So I'm going to push a C tray on top of our stack. And then I read in a D. I'm going to push a D tray on top of our stack of trays. And then I read in a subtraction, an operator. So again, as soon as I see an operator, I'm going to pop that off our stack and pop the two below it off our stack as well. So D. Remember, the first one you pop off is the second operand. And then the C. And then I push that back onto my stack. Alright, I'm almost done. I need to read in one more input, the division sign. So I'm going to write that right there. I push it on, and now that I have an operator, I'm going to pop that off. And I pop the two below it off as well. So the first one is C minus D. That's going to be my my second operand. And notice how I write the parentheses around it. Even though the parentheses don't go around it in the stack, if I just had divide by C minus D, well, division would happen before subtraction. So I'm just keeping all of this together. And then I pop off the A plus B. And then this would go back on my stack, but I have no more input, so there is my answer. That's how I go from postfix back into infix. And I use the stack data structure in order to do so. So let's go ahead and give some problems to try. I'm going to go ahead and draw my stack. Let's draw it here. Alright, first thing first. I start from the left, and I read inputs one by one to the right. My first input is an A, so let's push that onto the stack. My second input is a B, let's push that onto the stack. And then I have my next input is a plus sign, I'm going to push that onto the stack. Oh no, I got an operator, so that means I have to push that operator off, pop the operator off, as well as pop the two below it off as well. B and A. So plus the B was the second was the first one that was popped off, so it is the second operand. The A was the bottom tray, it was the second one popped off, so it will be my first operand. And I push that back on. Okay. Next, I'm going to go ahead and keep reading in the input to C. And then it is a times. Okay, I got an operator, so I'm going to pop that off. I'm going to pop off the C. And I'm going to pop off the A plus B. And then I'm going to push that back on. Alright, keep going. I have a D, push on an E, then I push on a subtraction. Okay, operator, so I'm going to pop that off, pop off the E, pop off the D, and push that D minus E back on. Right here. Alright, now I have an F, a G, a plus. I'm going to pop off the plus, pop off the G, pop off the F, and push it back on. Okay, now I have a multiply. Whoops. So I'm going to pop that off, pop off the F plus G, and pop off the D minus E. And then push that back on. D minus E times F plus G. Okay. Now I have a subtraction. Pop that off. Pop off the, let's keep this together, D minus E times F plus G, and then pop off the A plus B times C. And there we go. Here is our answer. Let's try another one. I'm going to go ahead and draw my stack with a different color. I read an A. I read in the B. And as you get more and more comfortable with this, you don't even have to push on the operator. You can just realize, oh, it's an operator. I'm going to have to take it off. And then B, A. B is the second, is the first thing that is popped off. So it's going to be the second operand. A is the second operand popped off. So it's going to be the first operand here. And I'm going to go ahead and rewrite that. A times B. Okay. Then I'm going to push on a C, push on a D, and I'm going to have to pop those off because I know the next input is a division. So division, D is going to be the first one popped off, so it's my second operand. C is the second one popped off, so it's my first operand. And then a plus. Okay. So then plus C divided by T, A times B. All right, we have one more page of practice. So right here, I'm going to draw my stack again. Here's A, here's B, here's C. Okay, I got a plus. So then I pop off the C, pop off the B, and write it back in. Now I have multiply. So now I have to pop off the bottom two. So pop off that, pop off B plus C, and pop off the A. And let's put that back on. Okay, now I have a D and then division. So division, have D, and then I have A times B plus C. All right. Next one, let's do it in a different color. I think when I change colors, it takes a little time for PowerPoint to recognize it. A, B, C, D. Yeah, there's definitely a lag. And then division. So D, C, let's erase it, and then put that down. It's a plus, so I'm going to write that down. C divided by D, B, B plus C divided by D. Then it's multiply. So I'll pop off the multiply. Second operand. First operand. Alright. Hopefully you now have got the general idea of how to convert from postfix to infix, or how to evaluate postfix expressions. I do have